Hi, have a good day. Today I will present my research. My topic is behaviorism and cognitive. Discuss behaviorism and cognitivism as psychological foundations of education applied in pedagogical practices. Relate behaviorism and cognitivism to pedagogical practices in education. Evaluate the strengths and weaknesses of each approach and their application to pedagogical practices and other real-life situations. Recalling idealism and realism. Behavior approach emphasizes that all behaviors or learnings can be acquired through the engagement to the environment and the reaction to environmental stimuli. Behavior can be measured and is observable. Learning is limitless as long as there is interaction with the environment. Apparent condition proposes that an individual's behavior is the result of two environmental stimuli, antecedents and consequences. Antecedents are stimuli or situations that signals that behavior is expected, whereas consequences are stimuli that either strengthen the likelihood that the behavior will occur again or reduce the future occurrence of the behavior. View of learning. Passive absorption of a predefined body of knowledge by the learner, promoted by repetition and positive reinforcement. Direct instruction. Begin a lesson by reviewing the previous lecture and checking the students' assignments. Teachers would introduce new content by activating prior knowledge through an overview of the lesson. Teachers control the pace and presentation of new material during the lecture proper. Students practice with a given structure type once they have learned the material. Mastery learning. Teachers develop a course on unit. They conduct a formative assignment to know students' current level of knowledge. Teachers present the material to the students who works independently or individually. Teachers provide feedback about students' progress. Teachers conduct a summative assessment to determine what the students have learned. Extrinsic motivation. According to Daniel Pink, the use of external rewards to encourage a certain behavior. Examples: providing or receiving compliments, giving or receiving small prizes, extra points and tokens to students. Strengths. Collection and gaining of knowledge is easy since behaviorism is observable and measurable. The principles of condition itself, which are applied in behaviorism, contributes to a broad range of real-life behavioral problems, promotes adaptability to learners. Weaknesses. Behavior are most likely only focused on observed and manipulated ones. Criticized for suggestion that human behavior is mechanical. Learning is about how students encode, score, and or transfer learning within their mind. The learner's thoughts play an important role in their learning. Reflection and asking questions all play a part in the learning of students. Memory is an important component of this theory. Much of the material learned in school is depend on rote memorization of declarative or factual knowledge. Thinking of the learner will be determined how effectively the information is retained or processed. Understanding of language or psycholinguistics is essential to our understanding of print and oral acquisition of knowledge. Comprehension and perception will allow individuals to interpret information. Lastly, the overall motivation of the learners will determine how effectively the information is retained or processed. View of learning: active assimilation and accommodation of new information to existing cognitive structures. Discovery by learners is emphasized. Teachers provide general guidelines for experimentation. Students conduct experimentation. Teachers ask students to explain their thought process to themselves or others. Teachers provide feedback and steer the students' activities in the right direction if needed. Teachers emphasize the relevance of the new content to what students already know and to real-life situations. Teachers present topics in a highly organized process that moves from general knowledge to more specific topics. Teachers offer opportunities to practice their knowledge in many contexts. Motivation from inside. It is not dependent on outside sources. It is just the enjoyment of doing something for one's own well-being. People who find their own motivation in tasks are referred to as Type 1s in Daniel Pink's book. Examples: feeling of satisfaction after achieving something, enjoying the things you do, likable feelings when executing a job or task. Strength. It focuses on learners' thinking abilities, enhances comprehension skills of students, helps boost the confidence of both teachers and students, improves how students catch up to lessons. Weaknesses. The decision-making is often subjective based on the characteristics of the approach. Validity of claims of both students and teachers cannot be directly proven since they cannot be observed. Thank you.